cough drops on set, and it's because of this crowd, Kyle.
I'm deaf. I can hear nothing. What are you saying?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'll be honest. This guy has a...
What do you got?
Can I have your cowbell? Can I have your bell?
Oh, we need more cowbell.
Who brings the cowbell?
Need more cowbell.
All right, Silver Bullet.
We've got a fever, and the only cure
Blue Oyster Cult.
is this.
We love it. Oh, yeah.
I need one of these in New York.
I like it. I like that you do the lefty. You're such a great southpaw.
Southpaw. Me and Kellen Moore were the only ones left, right?
Kellen Moore.
Yes.
I love it.
Incredible guest list.
Incredible guest list already. Bring it up.
Hey, look
Show
at
the people the menu.
How about this?
Jerry's Deli.
Yeah.
What about Stephon Diggs, one of the best wide receivers in the business? He's coming to join us.
Super Bowl MVP Hines Ward. Everyone talks about Julian Edelman should be a Hall of Famer. Hey, how about a guy who had 1,000 yards every season and has 2 Super Bowl rings?
Hey! I can guarantee this to everyone here and at home. The George Kittle segment is going to be ridiculous. George Kittle likes the professional wrestling, and we're going to get in character for him right here on the set.
Cannot wait. It's time for the lead block, guys.
Lead block.
Let's do it. Aditi Kinkhabwala is with the Patriots. We've got Omar Ruiz hanging out with the Rams all week long. Let's start with Aditi here, and Good Morning Football to both of you. It's easy to see his play on the field, but what is it about Tom Brady that brings whatever it is that it brings to the Patriots as a teammate, Aditi?
Well, I'll tell you this, Kay. Tom Brady is actually awake now. There is movement in this hotel. And the Patriots are actually meeting. Tom Brady and the Patriots are meeting right below us right now. They're having their usual 8 a.m. morning meeting where Bill Belichick lays out the message of the day. And I ran into Bob Kraft. He goes to that meeting. He is at that meeting right now. He is very excited, obviously. And who makes him so excited? Tom Brady. He talked about Brady earlier this week and that he does expect to see him play for another few years. Brady said it means so much to him that Bob Kraft believes he can play until he's 45. So Brady, we know that he is the greatest on the field, but look at him hugging his teammates here. I talked to backup quarterback Brian Hoyer about this for quite a bit yesterday. Hoyer, of course, was with the Patriots back in 2009. He's again with the Patriots now. He said that one of the greatest parts of Tom Brady is that he really listens. He really, truly asks for other people's opinions, and then he takes their advice. And Hoyer said that in the meeting room the last 2 weeks, Hoyer has been able to give Brady so many topics, so many thoughts on what to do. And why is that? Because a year ago when Brian Hoyer was starting for the San Francisco 49ers, he lost to the Rams 41-39, but the 49ers had quite a bit of success. So he went to Brady and said, hey, these are things that worked for us. And the greatest quarterback of all time said, tell me more. Hoyer said this is why he is one of the best teammates to play with. He never puts himself up on this pedestal as if he's that much better than us. Now let's go to Omar Ruiz, who's going to tell us about one of the Rams stars.
Hey, Aditi, it'll be Aaron Donald going after Tom Brady. And as much as we talk about Aaron Donald, let's not forget about Ndamukong Suh, one of the greatest stars on the defensive side of the football in the NFL. Sean McVay saying as good as he was in the regular season, he's been at his absolute best here in the playoffs. Coming off that 1.5 sack performance against the Saints, he was fantastic against the run against the Cowboys. Ndamukong Suh saying, it's been fun and interesting to see all the different ways offensive lines have tried to block him and Donald this year. It's allowed him to use his creativity on the football field. But it's not just Sue. It's not just Donald. It is that depth of that Rams front four, Brockers and Fowler among them, all first-round picks. I was speaking with offensive line coach for the Patriots, Dante Scarnecchia, who grew up in Los Angeles, going to the games at the Coliseum with the old fearsome foursome. This is a new wave of Rams football, a new fearsome foursome, if you will. High expectations for all of them come Super Bowl Sunday. Patriots knowing they'll have their hands full.
Company, who's still looking for his first sack in the postseason. Thanks so much to Omar and to Aditi reminding us of Tom Brady, who's been saying it his entire career. The second you feel entitled is the second you start losing games. So it's time for a Super Bowl 53 edition of Believe It or Not. Hey, a loss. That's right. Okay. We have to talk about this because it's an argument or a situation, a conversation that is happening on Twitter and all over talk radio. Right. A loss Sunday, it's true. It would make Tom Brady 5-4 in his Super Bowls. The 5 wins would still be the most, but it would also put him into a tie with Jim Kelly for most Super Bowl L's. So here's the question. A 4th Super Bowl loss would hurt Tom Brady's legacy, believe it or not.
I don't believe it at all. Okay, this is the dumbest thought there is in sports. I don't understand how you can penalize a guy for greatness.
Yeah.
People want to make this argument that, LeBron getting to the finals and loses takes a knock on his legacy. Tom Brady getting to the Super Bowl and him losing takes a knock on his legacy. Everybody wants to bring up the fact that Joe Montana went 4 times and won 4 times.
Yes.
That's fine. But every other season, if you average it out, Tom Brady's butt is in the Super Bowl. I made the playoffs 4 times, and it took everything that we had. Tom Brady gets to the big dance almost every single season. I say instead of knocking him for getting there and possibly losing, I say you give him credit for taking his team yet again to the big game.
Okay, I'm with Nate.
Nate has been very passionate about this for a long time. Getting there is enough, almost.
I'm with Nate, and I'm glad you mentioned Jim Kelly, because one of the most incredible things I've ever seen in this league, and I'm not making a joke, is the Bills losing 4 straight Super Bowls. You know how hard that is to do to get there? And Brady, so he lost last week for 500 yards and 3 touchdowns. He lost to the Giants twice because there was 2 miracle catches while he was on the sideline. LeBron loses the finals every single year. No, it is better for Brady to get here. That means so much more.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
Let's go, Shiggs.
Here. I don't relish in being the naysayer here. I just want to present the Joe Montana argument.
Okay.
4 Super Bowl appearances, 4 wins, 16 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions. The most flawless 4 games you could ever imagine. A perfect record. In an era where you were allowed to hit the quarterback. In an era where receivers were allowed to be held. In an era where there were only 24, 26, 28 teams. Tom Brady is playing in an era where there are 32 teams. They're all spread out all over the place. You can't touch the guy, and the defenses aren't allowed to blow on you. I'm just saying.
Bro.
I'm just saying. There's an argument to be made that 4-0, perfect games, flawless, all the MVP
Fair.
awards, Joe Cool might be the greatest of all time.
It's fair.
Listen, Tom Brady's 41. So, yeah, this era, you can't touch the quarterback. He's been in the league 2 decades. When he first came in, he's getting knocked just like every other
And
quarterback,
it's
man.
winning season after winning season. I see your argument and I understand it, but I feel, and I don't know if you guys agree with me, I think his legacy is set.
Yes.
I think winning his 5th ring in the fashion he won his 5th ring, being down 28-3.
Talk about it.
Coming back. If they had lost that Super Bowl, and we're talking about a 5-4 record in the Super Bowl, it's a totally different story. If we're talking about him losing 3 straight, different story.
Yeah.
What he did against Atlanta, the check was written, the stamp was made, I sealed the envelope, that is his legacy. Everything we're doing with now, I'm just reveling in his stamp.
Yeah.
Icing
I
on the
sort of
cake.
feel like
It's been
his
a 2
legacy.
Super Bowls since then.
It's done.
Incredible.
And we're glossing over the fact, like you said, 3 Super Bowls in a row.
That's what I'm saying.
That's insane. That doesn't happen in football. You might see the Golden State Warriors make it back to the finals because they're the best shooting team in the NBA. In the NFL, it doesn't happen.
That's what I'm
Take your
saying.
team to 3 straight
Peter
Super
gets me
Bowls.
fired up when he says there might be, and you could make an argument that. What is that? Is it Montana or Brady?
I'm just saying, if Montana played in this era, we don't know if he didn't play until 41.
You know,
there's a different generation. Look, Michael Jordan won 6 championships in 6 times going to the thing. We call him the GOAT. LeBron wins every other year, wins sometimes maybe.
Yep.
And we're like, he's not the GOAT. Why can't Montana have that GOAT argument?
He can. And
Because he didn't win 9 title games.
That's what it
why.
is.
That's
when
why.
you compare the seasons outside of his Super Bowl runs to Brady's outside of his
All
Super Bowl
winning
runs.
Reasons of health. He got knocked around. He was playing in an era where Lawrence Taylor could take your head off.
Okay, you're going to knock Brady for being healthy?
Then he
listen,
shouldn't have eaten tomatoes, Montana. Come on, that's on him. Blame the tomatoes.
Blame the strawberries.
Nightshades.
Brains to strawberries. Moving on here with Believe It or Not. Next up, looking at these 2 teams, the Rams have a better chance of making Super Bowl 54 next year than the Patriots. Yes, I'm taking you guys down to South Beach now. Believe it or not, the Rams have a better shot next year.
I say no way. I say it's the Patriots. Every year we do the heavy lifting. You know, Brady's getting old. Bill Belichick and Brady don't get along. Josh McDaniels is going to take another job. They don't have enough wide receivers.
Wait,
Spot me. Their defense isn't that good.
So unless they retire, it's then.
And then what happens every year in February? The Brady's are in the damn Super Bowl. So I'm gonna say it's the Patriots. Brady's in the damn Super Bowl.
I love that he calls them the Brady's. He's right.
The Brady's.
As long as Brady's under center, they'll be back. And the thing with the Rams, I look at the Saints. We had Cam Jordan out here. I look at the young, fun teams in the NFC. There's so many different contenders. And with all those quarterbacks, whether it be a Dak Prescott, whether it be, you go down to Matt Ryan here in Atlanta, there are all these guys. I don't know in the AFC, outside of Mahomes and maybe Rivers going for, like, Brady and the Patriots, it is a step above everyone. I can see the Patriots right back here next year.
I'm supposed to disagree now.
You can't.
The Patriots have to win one game every single year. All they got to win is the title game because they're going to it. Do they win it? And it pertains to the NFC with the Rams. I like to do just a little roll call of the teams could take out the Rams. Maybe it's Dallas. Does anybody like Dallas?
Yeah, pretty good.
Does anybody like New Orleans? Does anybody like the Falcons, the NFC South?
Hey, say Panthers behind you.
How about the Carolina Panthers? Talk about it. How about the Lions?
What about the Vikings?
Okay, what up, Doe?
How about the Minnesota Vikings?
We see you, Diggs. We see you.
It's the Patriots.
It
They
is
win one game.
until Belichick and Brady retire. It's a whole other argument to have in the offseason. If one of them retires, do we still feel as confident if they were to get
Stephon
back there
Diggs over
next
there
year?
like-
I know. He's like, I saw him and I was like, I got you.
He left.
I
Later,
got you,
Gator.
Stephon. And he is right there, and he's fresh off a 1,000-yard season. Vikings wideout. Friend of the show, Stephon Diggs joining good.